older kid in your class. But I like the messy thing still. I like the messy thing better. I'm gonna take that.
Oh man. Finding my way. Greatness will take patience, I will wait.
Namesbliss, this is the Finding My Way interview, and I've got none other than Mr. Pray and Pattern himself, man like Melvillous. Come on! What are you telling me, fam?
I'm just here, fam.
It's mad. You know what? I feel like we've done this before, fam.
Slightly.
I don't know, something about it. Yeah, it's one of them weird ones, isn't it? What radio thing, yeah? I said 97.3 or whatever. You know, you said that you feel like you're finding your way, like you're something where there are areas where you have found it, but in a general sense, you're finding your way as you go through. I feel as if it takes a certain level of grit and perseverance to evolve and to change direction as things change.
Yeah.
Where would you say your grit comes from?
Man, I just want it bad, like really bad. And
have you defined it? Can you define what it is?
It changes every now and again.
Okay.
Like it morphs. And the more I grow, and the closer I get towards whatever my current it is, it morphs a little bit. Because it's like I learn more along the way. It's like maybe what I was chasing is like there's more to it than what I could see from back there. Yeah. Now I'm closer to it. It's like there's more. And I'll get closer and I'll see more and more and more and more. Right. So it's still the same thing. The same like the main goal, the main mission is still there. Like to reach people, to impact people's lives, to share faith, to share motivation, to build people up.
So it's adding value to people ultimately, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's a give and take thing. Like people message me and say, "Yo, your music does so much for me," but they don't even realize that them saying that does so much for me.
That's cool.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a mutual exchange.
Yeah.
So
makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, I think it comes from just wanting it that bad, like wanting to succeed in my endeavor so bad that I, like giving up is not even an option.
It's not,
Like I've been.
No choice. You know?
That's it.
Yeah,
I got put onto something a few days ago by my older brother.
Yeah.
He told me about stoicism.
Okay.
And it's like it's almost like looking at the world in a sense of what is the worst that can happen, and seeing the negatives and all the terrible outcomes that exist from doing whatever you do or attempting to do what you're doing.
Okay.
Like what could possibly happen, or if I pursue music and I put my all into it and I go bankrupt, or I pursue music, I put my all into it and I get really close, but I kind of fail and I start to lose relevance, or I start to whatever.
All the things that can happen.
Yeah, some kind of decline of some sort.
Yeah.
So stoicism is like looking at those things, seeing them as just, okay, they might happen, and then pushing them to one side and saying, well, now that I know that that's the possibility.
The worst case scenario.
The worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Like, I can put it out of my mind and just focus on doing my thing.
That's very profound. What, did you just shout and say, yo?
My brother's mad. Like,
that is profound.
Yeah, we'll have conversations like that's. I probably did a terrible job of this, like defining.
But even the way you define that is very profound, because it's almost like once you've seen the worst that can happen, it almost creates a level of like, would you say fearlessness? It's almost like, okay, that's what can happen if it doesn't, man. I'm doing it.
Think about like when you watch a scary movie, a horror movie or whatever, they never reveal to you the evil, scary monster or whatever till right near the end.
Yeah.
Because if they show you right at the beginning, you've got nothing to be scared of now for the next 2 hours.
Yeah. Wow.
So if you...
Well done. Did you just come up with that now?
Yeah.
Alright, spot on.
You know how we work. You know how we work.
Fam.
Word to Richard, I write sometimes. That's what you said. I write sometimes. But yeah, man, I just think once you can eliminate, like, going back to your bar, like the monster under the bed, once you can eliminate that, and that's gone, you know that it's there, but it doesn't scare you no more. You can move forward. Like when you've got I'm scared of spiders, so if I see a spider in my crib, see what I'm saying? Now I was ready
jumping,
to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I see it, it's calm.
Yeah.
If you tell me there's a spider and I can't see it, I'm freaking out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you're ready to kill it and you turn around and it's gone. It's just in your yard somewhere now. You're panicking.
That's when it's a bit mad. Yeah.
But if you have dead eyes locked on to the worst case scenario or the terrible possibility, if you have your eye on that and say, I know what that is, I know what that looks like, I know how I would feel in that situation.
Yeah.
Now let me focus on how I would feel if the opposite happened. You've got nothing to fear.
Yeah, you have nothing to fear.
You just move.
So I mean, in terms of, so let's say for example you were speaking with a musician, who is, saying, you know what, like, I want to really take that leap, but I'm just in the arm and I'm just a bit shook right now. What would you say? Would you say this to them? What would you say to them to kind of get them from the point of hesitancy to running in?
I would just say, like, how bad do you want this thing, innit? Like, whatever it is you're chasing after, whatever field you're in, whatever your expertise is, like, whatever you're chasing, like, are you built for it? How bad do you really, really want this thing? And what are you prepared to go through, to endure, and like to work through in order to achieve that?
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those cliche things. Like, how bad do you want this? Like, most people will just say, yeah, I really want this. Like, I really want to succeed. Like, who doesn't want to succeed?
Yeah, everyone's like,
But everyone wants to succeed. But do you know what it takes to succeed in that particular thing you're doing? And have you taken the time to think about it and calculate it and weigh it up?
Have you counted the cost, man?
Have
you counted the cost?
That's
Say
it.
that last thing you just said. Say that again, please.
Yeah.
That's have you counted the cost?
Count the cost.
Because, bro, I see a lot of things. Like, I think, there's a level of focus, dedication needed, and it does start to make me think that, not everyone's cut out for that, and you know what? That's okay, because not everyone could be elite. Not everyone could work at elite level. I don't think everyone, aspires to even work at that level because it's very inconvenient. I think getting there, I would say, it's very inconvenient.
I think you're right. Like, not everyone is built for any one particular thing. I think, I might be bold in saying, but deep down, I reckon everybody probably has potential to reach an elite level in any particular field, in whatever field it is for them. It will differ person to person. Like, we grew up in this music thing, doing grime, doing rap, doing whatever it is that we're doing, and the longer you stay alive in it, the more you start to see other people's ships sinking, and they kind of drop off. Some, they go down, like, fighting, swinging, trying to, like, do everything to keep their career going. Other people, they just walk away from it, like, willingly, because they're like, no, I found something else that I'm passionate about. I found something else that I have more chance of achieving elite level with. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think if we look at it that way, it becomes easier to remain objective when things ain't really going your way, or when things. Because sometimes it might be a thing where you're just not cut out for that thing, but there might be something over there or something that's closely linked to what you're doing that you'd be amazing at. We see it all the time, like people that their career didn't really blow as a musician, but they're a great manager. Or they become a great
radio host. You see that.
I'm saying that.
I've seen that a lot. Even with people that I think are big bangers.
For real.
Made serious bangers. I'm like, you're banging radio. I heard that tune.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I do think that. I mean, I think I would say now then, because looking in the scene right now, looking at the UK scene, and especially if you look at the grime scene, the UK rap scene, and those types of scenes, I feel like you would be, I would describe you as a voice in certain areas. Like, you like to describe different things or comment on certain things, and even call people out on certain things. I've seen you always say hey, like, is no one going to talk about this, or no one going to talk about that. I've observed that, you have integrity, and you don't like certain things in it. You understand? I would say, does that feel like? Do you feel responsible in any way? You know, to the like musicians, just the new crop of musicians that are coming up around you. You feel a sense of responsibility.
Yeah. I think I'm quite self-aware, and I know that there's certain things that could be avoided if there was teaching, if there was mentorship, if there was care.
Wow.
And I feel like there's a lot of stuff that went wrong, like with people around my age group. Like I'm in a weird place because of like I've kind of come in with like a new crop of artists, but I'm older than most of them. Like I've come in with people that are like 19, 20, 21, 22, some 23, 24. I just turned 27.
Yeah.
So when people link me, they're like, "Raw, yo, I didn't even know you was." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then sometimes they're like, "Oh, that's why you're so wise," or "That's why you don't react as like abrasively as some people that in your field do."
Yeah.
But the thing that comes with me being a little bit older than some of these lot is I've seen people who are my age range come before me and make mistakes and fall into little cracks and crevices and have problems, and the ones older than them didn't help them.
Wow.
Didn't give them
So
advice.
they were left to fend for themselves. They were left to learn for themselves.
That's it.
Whereas they could have been mentored and they could have been stopped from making certain disastrous decisions. And
That's it.
Like.
So now I see it as like if I was to, like I'm close age with someone like Chip. If I came up the same time as Chip and I had the influence that Chip does, I'll be trying to do my best to influence people younger. Yeah. But instead, I've come in with those same people that
you come in with them. Yeah. So they've actually been alongside you, but realised alongside you. Oh, right, you actually think this, like
exactly.
So in a way, you actually have more influence with them because then you're up close and personal with them.
It's like I'm literally a peer.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I'm just a bit older. Like I'm.
You like the Lionel Messi playing for Barca.
Literally,
Whereas
that's a better.
You just want to play Lionel Messi.
No, I'm more like the kids who got held back in class.
Oh,
and now you just got one older kid in your class.
But
I like the Messi thing still. I like the Messi thing better. I'm gonna take that.
Oh man, okay, so we're gonna wrap up here then. So on the level, if you could summarize the rest of your year in one word, what will it be? One word.
One word.
Love. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's powerful. See, the whole room just stopped. Understand? My man's smiling. It's real. You know what? Shake my hand now. It's been a pleasure, Melvillous, fam. And I know this year's gonna be serious for you, fam. I can just tell, fam. I've got a serious feeling about that. You know, when you go away when you go to the mountains like that and you put in that mad amount of work, greatness is born, fam. Greatness is born.
Finding my way. Greatness will take patience, I will wait.